2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports, along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. I'm Ernie Johnson. Tonight, we'll see the Los Angeles Lakers as they play against the Sacramento Kings. And guys, for the Kings, this is a team they played pretty well against last season, going 3-1. They'll look to keep that edge tonight. Well, without a doubt, the best thing to happen to the Lakers this offseason was jumping up in the lottery to land the number 2 overall pick, which they used on D'Angelo Russell. Kenny, how much does this help the Lakers?
Well, years ago, the Lakers had a pick, and they elected to go small instead of big with Vlade Divac and went with a guy named Kobe Bryant. And they're hoping that they can have this similar type success by going small with D'Angelo Russell.
It's a very good compliment to the team. You know, they already have a lot of guards on the roster. I'm surprised they didn't pick Okafor at number 2. I'd like to see the inside-outside that the Lakers are used to, especially when it comes to winning championships. Hopefully he can fit in.
That's it for us for now, but we'll have much more later.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
It's Friday night, and live on 2K Sports, we're going to bring you the NBA and all its excitement. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg with Doris Burke reporting from the sideline. Looking at the Lakers, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Timberwolves. And guys, the hometown fans not pleased with that dreadful performance. They saw their team get knocked out cold.
And really, given how they performed offensively, guys, they just never had a chance.
Yeah, and you can see their frustration growing and growing as they continue to come up empty on their possessions. By the end, they were just happy to watch the clock wind down and move on.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Mozgov is out there at Nance. Then there's Jordan Clarkson. Then there's Slim, and it's Calderon in at the point guard. Down low, here's Nance. Rejection. And that'll be for the Lakers as it goes out of bounds. Lakers retain possession. Pass to Clarkson. Pulls it up. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Last game matched up with the Clippers. A tough loss there.
Yeah, their defense got sliced and diced in that game. They just weren't closing down on perimeter shooters, not nearly quick enough. And then they gave up their fair share of those point-blank shots on the interior as well.
Something was clearly amiss for them, Greg. I mean, to let an opponent shoot that high a percentage, you got to take a real long look in the mirror after a game like that.
Here is Calderon. The Kings getting the bucket. And Nance kicks to Calderon. And Shumpert pulls it down. One thing about Jose Calderon, you could see the frustration in him last season playing a career low 42 games, and his averages were down pretty much, Greg, across the board.
Yeah, and Kevin, he was brought in to kind of invigorate the Knicks' point guard position, but following a preseason calf injury, you know, he missed the team's first 13 games and never was able to really get going. Remember, coming into a new system where he had to learn how to play differently, and then after all that, you know, you have to shut him down because of that left Achilles.
The shot by Cauley Stein, no good. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Mozgov with it. He's picked up by Cousins. Calderon kicks to Nance. Mozgov dishes to Calderon. Misses the three.
Outstanding perimeter defense there. That was a well-contested shot.
Yeah, and you know he takes a lot of pride in his defense. There are no easy threes if he's on you.
Shumpert, no good. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Mozgov, and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
And guys, the Lakers last season were just a completely different team after Kobe's injury. Not so much in results, but just in how they played on the floor. They actually fared better without Kobe than most thought they would.
And for the Lakers without Kobe last season, it was really a stark difference in styles of play and quality. No single person, Clark, stepped in to carry their offense. It took a group effort.
Well, you know, it was almost April, Kevin, before somebody surpassed Kobe in field goal attempts on the team. It'll be interesting to see how they build the offense this year.
And he can't hit the second.
Sacramento didn't have a free-flowing offense, and they wanted to get up and down, and it showed in their play transitioning from stagnant to free-flowing.
Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And, Greg, I love the fact he's always in control. Even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still maintains his body control.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
For Sacramento, they've gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Sacramento, a team that is likely to put it on the floor to attack. We saw that last year. They have no problem creating with player movement versus ball movement, which is something which is a nice way to kind of begin the transition.
It is. And, Kevin, they were dead last in the league in terms of catch-and-shoot field goal attempts. Also near the bottom in catch-and-shoot field goal percentage. So they might have been justified in that.
The Kings shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
And their free throw percentage as a unit last year, 76%, right around the middle of the road.
And, you know, that just added to their confidence at the offensive end. I mean, knowing that free throw shooting was something they didn't have to worry about gave them a lot of confidence to play freely.
And I think it's fair to say last season was a bit of a transition year for the Kings. I mean, after firing Malone and the injuries to their stars, they just tried to build for the future, realizing that was going to be in their best interest.
The shot by Clarkson, no good. And for Sacramento, they're shooting to start out this game about 43%. Here's McCray. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. McCray's got his third basket of the night. Lakers trail by 3. And the Kings last year were able to get George Karl to lead the team. A good hire for them. This team did decent under him back in the last half of the season.
Yeah, they still got a lot of work to do, but he can certainly make it happen for him. One of the outstanding coaches in our league. The Kings actually were in it for a while last year, but then had a mini rebuild mid-season.
Kings leading now by 3. Shumpert passes to McCray. Another 3 for Sacramento.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing. The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Sacramento moving it around. Cauley Stein passes to McCray. Off target from outside.
Got a good look, though. I thought that was going to go down.
Yeah, the D, though, just enough to bother the rhythm on that one, Clark.
Sacramento calls time.
So the Kings call timeout. They're first. And this is the first season matchup for them against the Lakers.
And they won the season series against this club last year, but, you know, then again, so did a lot of other teams.
Hey, Greg, we got to be honest here, which is really the only way I roll. Neither of these teams are world beaters. I mean, but you've got to start somewhere. The win tonight would be a step in the right direction.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Kings. Kings leading now by 4. Rose attacking, and here's a Flalo for 3. Count the bucket. Well, Flalo's got his first 3 points of the game.
The defender there in the neighborhood, but not quite close enough. Good shot.
Now let's send it down to Doris Burke, who was able to talk with Byron Scott.
He said that their defensive focus, no surprise, will be trying to keep Derrick Rose out of the lane. He added, you know he's come a long way as an outside shooter, but he's a pick-your-poison type of player. We can't let him get into the paint. Makes sense, Kevin.
All right, Doris. Papagiannis. There's 57 seconds left in the first. That's good.
Tell you what, they haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things on the boards.
And even this early, that's a good omen for the rest of the game.
Here's Wirtz. Dang gets a wide open look from outside off the mark. Dishes to Aflalo. Again, Sacramento.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
The Lakers with the ball. They trail by 11, and that one's good.
And that's why it's so important to really be a good screening team. You get a lot of open looks from it.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock.
It's not winning basketball when you're attempting shots like that.
Yeah, come on now. You got to remember it's a team game. He's got 4 teammates out there with him. I don't think he needs to try to do it all by himself like that.
Down low. Stolen by Vujacic. Papagiannis. It's good. This time the assist from Rose.
You could not diagram a better way to open a quarter.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, look at the lead they've jumped out to already. What a start.
And as we conclude the first quarter, a one-sided game so far. Kings lead by 11. Live from Sacramento, you're watching 2K Sports. And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Kings.
You know what, guys? It looks to me like they're really in sync here, all on the same page. They've already got a bunch of assists.
And keep an eye on the three-point shooting because that has been a factor as well. If they can maintain that current form, they can be successful.
We got Vujacic. Kufis out there with a foul. Then there's Derrick Rose. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento.
There it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great position inside.
Yeah, just getting the ball into the post has to be option number 1 for them right now.
Some changes for the Lakers. Nance comes in for Tariq Black, and it's Slim in for Russell. Off the inbound. But they'll get another chance. And he overshot that one, missing. Lakers trail by 12. Williams kicks to Nance. Here's Ingram. Hits it from three-point range. Slim's got 7 points.
What are you going to do defensively? Such separation with the height advantage in that matchup.
Nice shot by Vujacic. And the Kings lead by 11. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Derrick Rose, unbelievable spirit. We know about his toughness, has fought through injuries of all kinds that might cause a lesser competitor to hang up his sneakers.
And competitor, that's the word, Kevin. I mean, he was impossible to outcompete at the high school level, the college level, and now in the pros.
Kings leading now by 8. To the paint. They swipe it. One-on-one fast break. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
What a nice play. Stole it away and took it coast to coast.
The dish to Kufis. From deep. Papagiannis. Randall grabs the board. Lakers trail by 6. Dang goes in. Swiped it away. Here's Rose, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
No hesitation at all right there, just right up against a much bigger defender.
Man, and I love that fearlessness, that aggressive attitude. Boy, I love watching guys play with that kind of abandon and freedom, Greg. It's a beautiful thing, man.
Now a flop, following the three-point attempt by Lou Williams.
You know, when he gets rolling, guys, he can be an absolute handful to have to deal with. And right now, he is rolling strong.
and did not seem happy about how things are going on right now, and maybe wants to make some changes.
I agree. I mean, just was not comfortable with the way things were set up at that particular time. And in that case, I think it's the right thing to do.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. 2 straight seasons of no playoffs for the Lakers after last year's miss. Not what they were hoping for.
It's going to be a growing process, Kevin. I mean, they had a young team and an injured superstar in Kobe both years. Hard to make the playoffs in that situation.
A platoon swap here for Sacramento. Mozgov, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Jordan Clarkson comes in for Luol Deng. Nobody near Williams. Offensive rebound. Can't get it to go. Kings leading now by 10. Here's Baker. Knocks down the 3-ball. Cowboys got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
And guys, for the Lakers, you'd have to go back almost 40 years to find a time when the Lakers missed the postseason in back-to-back years. Fortunately for them, they won 2 titles in the next 6 years after that.
Lakers trail by 13. Stolen. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. From deep. The shot is off. And the Lakers going the other way now.
And it's doubtful that the Lakers will win multiple titles in the coming years unless something drastic happens. Still, this is a franchise committed to success, and they'll do whatever it takes to get back into the postseason.
Drills the 3-pointer. Cowboys got 6 in the quarter.
You know, one aspect of their play today that's really been tight and far superior is their passing.
And that kind of flow can be elusive, but the great offenses have it, and that's just what they've shown here tonight. And you know what? Very close to a 3-point play right there.
Yeah, he almost got that one down. I mean, those are the kind of aggressive plays coaches love to see.
That free throw good from Nance.
Well, clearly the Lakers were not a great team. I mean, they did have one of their better bench units last season. They led the league in points off the bench, but that was more an indictment of the quality of the starters than the firepower of the bench.
Last year, the Lakers did have some firepower off the bench. A lot of players would see their roles shift during the year, as you might expect for a team trying to find the right combination.
Yeah, they were also near the top in the league in bench minutes played. So whether you start or come off the bench last year in L.A., you'll see plenty of action. And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
Now here's Shumpert. Here's Baker. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. Cowboys got 8 points.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
They set the pick. There's the pass to Ingram. Here's Wirtz, guarded by Shumpert. Shot from 16, no good.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Nance with the rebound. Nance has got his 5th rebound in this one. The 9-foot shot. Wirtz passes to Nance. No good. In and out off the rim. Kings leading now by 13. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Cauley-Stein kicks to McLemore. Pass to Cauley-Stein. Kings moving the ball around. Morris with the bucket.
An open jump shot there, and their D not putting up any resistance today.
LA has gotten half their shots from 3-point range to go down in the second quarter. 3 of 6 from downtown. Here is Slim, guarded by McLemore. Nance a screen. Ingram passes to Wirtz. Takes the 3. That drops.
Marcelino Wirtz.
The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. Kings ahead, up by 12. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Hey, Kevin, with Derrick Rose. Derrick, how does it feel to get back out there on the basketball floor here for the new season ahead?
It feels good, man, especially playing with my teammates. We have new teammates. We're just trying to come out here and just play hard and compete.
Great to have you back, Derek. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, Doris. And folks, don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here for the start of the second half in the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Kenny, the Jet Smith, and Shaquille O'Neal. We'll be looking back at the game's first half. It's Sacramento with the advantage at the half. They are leading by 12. All right, Big Diesel, your take.
The field goal percentage was off the Chisnarts, Ernie. Let me rewind it. The field goal percentage was off the charts, Ernie. It was well planned, well executed. They took very few bad shots, and that needs to be the focus from here on out. More smart basketball, don't try to do too much, and open the door for a comeback.
And over to Kenny, your takeaway on the Lakers.
They just gave up way too many good looks from the three-point line. That means either you haven't followed the game plan correctly or you're not executing it correctly. Either way, it's wrong. So from the looks of the first half, they need to aggressively close out on shooters to close this gap and the score.
And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game is about to get underway. Kevin Harlan has the call.
Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters.
Really an extraordinary game for Slim. 12 points, and he's knocked down a pair of three-pointers in this game, too.
And maybe it's time for them to set a few more screens for him up top and let him add to that total.
So the Lakers 5 right now. Slim is out there with Larry Nance. Then it's Mozgov. Then there's Jordan Clarkson. And it's Calderon in at the point. Here's Mozgov. It's hauled in by the Kings. Cauley Stein's got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. Takes the three. Rebound collected by Clarkson.
Boy, they're fortunate. The defense was taking a big chance leaving him that wide open behind the arc.
It's stolen by Morris. And here we go. McLemore heading to the hoop. And that is good. McLemore's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for the Kings. Lakers trail by 14.
And Marcus Morris is nicknamed Mook. He has a twin brother, older by 7 minutes, named Markeith. Both brothers played at Kansas, drafted 13th and 14th in the same year. Eventually played for the same pro team. That is joined at the hip.
And here is Shumpert. Jose Calderon getting his three to go. And the shot is good.
The rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
Yeah, I'm not sure of the quality of that three-point shot attempt right there, going at it the way they did, but it all worked out for him.
And Iman Shumpert, more athlete than player when he entered the league. 42-inch max vertical, shoulders carved like Michelangelo. But he had a long way to go in terms of his skill set. And you can see that evolution right before your eyes.
Los Angeles calls timeout. And talking about Iman Shumpert, he seemed to learn from working with LeBron and Kyrie last year.
Yes, Shumpert was brought over for his defense, clearly. But as a bonus, his offense improved and got better. Now let's see if he can build on that going forward.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Yes, during that break, Coach Byron Scott had some words for his team. He made it clear that their offense needed to run through Slim. Coach is looking for him to take on a lot of responsibility when they've got the ball, to be a leader at the offensive end. Well, they need to make something happen before the start of the fourth quarter, and maybe those changes will do the trick, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris. Second shot opportunity, and it's Koufos missing.
And this is why you need good defenders on the interior to contest shots.
Yeah, Greg, making every shot a hard one, even the shots in close.
They're doing work here in the second half, 3 or 4 to start.
To the middle. They set the screen, and he drops it in from the low post. And the Kings lead by 12. Calderon with it. He's got 5. It's Mozgov, high post. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. And now, here's the 2K leaderboard with the teams that last season scored the most second-chance points in the NBA. the Lakers in fifth.
This was a team that was really savvy when it came to getting position under the boards and then getting those offensive putbacks.
Papagianni, it's good. This time the assist from Rose. Rose has got 6 assists here tonight. Lakers trail by 14. Calderon dishes to Mozgov. Picked by Mozgov. Calderon for 3. Kufis grabs the miss. Sacramento's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Rose kicks to Kufis. Tries it from 9. The rebound by the Lakers. Clarkson passes to Ingram. And up the court come the Kings on the break. He dialed that one up from long distance. McCray's got 13.
Guys, you will not see too many of those kind of threes in transition.
Bang for 3. Poked loose. Here's Clarkson. Drains it from beyond the arc. Clarkson's got his second basket of the night.
Just a little confusion among the D as to who was supposed to be on it.
Back to Rose. Here's McCray. And another 3 for Sacramento.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead.
To the inside. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Clarkson's got 5 points now in the quarter.
A room service dime by Jose Calderon.
Rose dishes to Kufis. Good ball movement here by the Kings. The shot is good by McCray.
No matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball in the paint.
And it's a big key thus far in this game, Clark, because whenever they've gotten the ball in the paint, good things have happened.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
Derrick Rose possesses a great skill set, ball handling, passing, and understanding of how to score. First rookie to ever win the All-Star Weekend Skills Challenge.
Getting back to Rose, it's his extraordinary handle that allows him to get anywhere on the floor. Such confidence in the way he dribbles and drives, whether it's getting up in a position to set up a teammate, take it himself. He's the one very best at controlling that ball.
It's a great point. I mean, guys like D. Rose, Chris Paul, Steph Curry, Kyrie, they all have to maximize that skill. I mean, the thing that separates him and puts him in that Russell Westbrook category is the pure physical strength. When healthy, he's able to play with.
And one feels bad for the way Julius Randle's career started. I was there that night. First game of the season, 7th pick out of Kentucky in the 2014 draft. Suited up for one game, broke his right leg 14 minutes in, and the guy that comforted him the most, I recall very vividly, Kobe Bryant stayed with him the entire time when he was really in shock on the floor.
He was, and unfortunately, for so many reasons. For one, he had really been progressing in the Summer League, and the Lakers obviously had high hopes for him, and when he went down, that was the start of the rest of the ship kind of going down with him.
You know, that's a case there, Kevin, of him making a pass to a spot, and then he let his teammate run right into it. Well executed.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Left side, Dang. The 3, and again it's the Lakers from deep.
And, you know, going back to Randle's rookie year, his troubles really started during medical checkups before the draft. They found a foot injury dating back to high school. The 5th metatarsal had been broken, which may be why he fell a few spots in the draft.
Lakers trail by 12. That's a 2 from Dang. Misses off the right iron.
Almost no chance of that shot going in.
Yeah, there were a lot of other places he could have gone with the basketball instead of forcing that shot up.
Shumpert, no good.
And talking about Randle's rookie injuries, the Lakers were going to let him play through the foot. But once he broke the leg, they did season-ending surgery on the foot as well. Hopefully, now he can just stay healthy and get to play the game he loves.
Here's McLemore. And count the basket. He is fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
Yeah, he earned that one. I mean, taking the hit and still able to get that one to go down.
Incredible body control right there. Don't know how he was able to get that one to go, but it sure was a thing of beauty to watch.
Outside Dang. And no good trying to get that one. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Kings lead by 14. And we're just moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. Stay with us. And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. Here is Calderon. Marcus Morris is out there with DeMarcus Cousins. Then it's Vujacic. Then there's McCray. And it's Aflalo in at the 2. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. Here is Slim. Here's Mozgov. Drills the baseline jumper. Mozgov's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Lakers. Fires the 3. Falls right in. He is 8 for 11 with that shot.
And you can just see his confidence is rising. Bucket after bucket from long range.
Calderon has the open look. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Morris passes to McCray. Three-pointer. Sacramento gets it back. This one for 3. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. Cousins has got his 3rd assist on the night. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Now Calderon. Williams double-teamed. Just 5 to shoot. Mozgov wide open. He fires. It's on target from the high post.
Just no chance for the smaller defender to block that shot.
He's really, really good at using his size to free himself up for those mid-range jumpers. A master at it.
To the wing on the left. Here's McCray. And again, it's Sacramento converting.
I tell you what, I don't know what he did in the locker room, but he needs to do a little bit more of it because he's on fire.
And the Lakers call time here.
Well, the game's getting bigger, going international. But at least in the U.S., it really seems the game is going indoors. Back in the day, the legends of the game still played on the blacktop. That's becoming a thing of the past.
And speaking, Clark, of playground basketball, why do you think that is, that players are going indoors?
Well, I think one reason is playing on hardwood is nicer. It's easier on your joints and safer overall. The game has changed and it's big business now, but there are still plenty of weekend warriors who get their hoop on outside.
And some changes here for the Kings. Kufis checked in for Cousins. Cauley Stein comes in for Morris. And Cowboys subbed in for Sasha Vujacic. And the Lakers also making a switch. Clarkson's checked in. Now here's Calderon. Pass to Ingram. And Cauley Stein over to help. Mozgov kicks to Clarkson. Soft touch off the glass.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
Got a piece of it. Mozgov with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. And that is good. 16 points for Slim.
Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense.
McCray, no good. Lakers trail by 14. Now here's Calderon. Here's Mozgov. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Tell you what, Kevin, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
Clark, that deficit will go away quickly if he does.
And how about how he capped that one out, almost like the 1-2 punch.
Mozgov with the steal. Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Out to Nance. Lakers working the ball around now. Feeds it to Clarkson. Back to Nance. Another shot. The shot no good. And it's the Kings taking it the other way. They led by as many as 18 points. Kufis dishes to Cauley Stein. Lets it go with the 3. And the shot no good from McCray. Lakers trail by 12. Kicks it to Clarkson. Here is Slim. He's guarded by a Afflalo. Calderon, no good.
When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
Here's McCray. Again, the miss by the Kings.
Kevin, I didn't like that defensive effort at all, but they're lucky he missed it.
Yeah, you hope that's not indicative of the type of D they're going to play, because if they do, they're going to have struggles with him tonight. How about this run they're in the midst of, on the verge of tying it up or maybe even taking the lead?
Has been an unreal turnaround, and I give a lot of credit to the defense right along with what they did on offense, because the defense actually gave them the spark they needed.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
You know, obviously, there's some things out there he does not like and wants to talk about.
Well, Greg, you've played, and you envision yourself as a coach as well. So, sometimes make some adjustments.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Here is Nance. Sinks it from just inside the baseline.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Sacramento.
Fantastic passing. We saw it in the first half, and it's carried over here in the second.
They've really been on fire from beyond the arc tonight, too. I mean, a lot of their points have come from out there.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Rose.
Oh, nice play there to get a hand on that pass and tip it out of bounds.
Just a whisker away from coming up with the steal there.
And the Lakers call time here. They're trailing by 10. 1:46 left to play in the final quarter. Let's find out what Joesph Marcotte has for us.
Yes, during that break, Coach Byron Scott had some words for his team. The three-pointers obviously have been hurting them, and he told his players, we've simply got to play them tighter on the perimeter. We can't afford to give them these wide-open looks. Kevin?
And thank you, Doris. Shumpert is checked in for the Kings.
And you've got to love the energy right now. They got hot when they absolutely had to.
And really the focus right now is to stay hot. Not much time left to complete this comeback, so they've got to get it done now.
Now here's Calderon. Nance a screen. On the wing, Dang. The 3. That falls. Nice speed this time from Jose Calderon. Calderon's got his 7th assist in the game. Rose against Calderon. Here's Big Smooth. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second.
2 shots.
So neither attempt will fall that time for him. And here's Los Angeles. They're on a 17-4 run. Here's Mozgov. And that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
That's a brain freeze right there from the entire defense. Now is not the time to lose your focus.
The kick out to Rose. On deep. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Dang passes to Calderon. Back to Dang. Lots of room. They get the rebound. Money!
They don't get any bigger than that basket.
They needed it, Greg, and he gave it to them.
Here's Big Smooth. Can't get it to go. Nance with some nice D. Here's the break. Dang with the bucket.
Heads up play there, guys, on the assist. And the finish.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. They trail by 1. 30 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
I think it's a no-brainer here. You got to go 2 for 1 to maximize the clock.
Important, and you're right about clock management. I mean, this is a great opportunity here, but first and foremost, they have got to get a quality shot. It's
stolen by Nance. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. No good. Here's Sacramento. Takes a three. It's money from deep.
Big bucket. They've got to play for a stop here with the 2-point lead. No open threes.
And the Lakers call time here. They're trailing by 2. 15 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Guys, what do you think?
You know what? You can go for the 3 to win or the 2 to tie. What's your choice in a situation like this, Clark?
Well, I don't think you set that decision in stone and anchor it in this timeout. You see how things play out. You're going to try to get a good, quick shot. And if it's a good 3 with a good shooter, let it fly. If it's something in the paint, then you take that. But it's about being a good, quick shot in this situation.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low. And I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation. But, well, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
Timeout called by the Kings. They're behind by 1. 6 seconds left in the fourth. What's your take, guys?
And really no need to rush. Still plenty of time to get a good look.
Well, if they've got a play that they use to get a quality shot, this is the time to run.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game.
Exactly. I mean, you got to stop the clock any way possible and hope they alligator arm a few of those free throws.
And so he drops them both. It's a 3-point game.
Those were pressure-packed free throws, and he looked as cool as he could be. So big to give them that 3-point lead.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. They're losing by 3. Just 2 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. What do you think, guys?
They need a 3 to tie, and they have enough time here to get a good look if they play their cards right. We'll see how they do.
So it's Los Angeles taking the W in a close one. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hey y'all, Ernie Johnson here along with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome back for the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Timofey Mozgov. When they needed a leader to get them back in the game in the final quarter, he was the one they were all following, and he knew exactly the route back and the road to victory. Kenny, what did you like about his game?
That big presence in the low post tonight was Timofey Mozgov, taking charge of this game. He was not going to be denied, just a constant effort and motion all game long. Mozgov, great job for a man your size. I didn't think you could move like that.
His accuracy from the field was pretty eye-catching. I mean, if he was shooting the ball, it was going in. You rarely see a performance like this with this crazy high shooting percentage. Wow.
And folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always a pleasure. For Kenny the Jet Smith, for Shaquille O'Neal, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a great night.